Okay. For certain products and services, you have like maybe you might only have one pain point that exists. And so if you have that one pain point, but it's really, really unbelievably common, then I think assuming early, like Brian did in his call, is probably like a really strong way of going forward. Because if they don't have that pain point, then actually the other part of SDRing or making these calls is qualifying people in and disqualifying people out. And we shouldn't be afraid necessarily that if people don't have that pain, it's okay to disqualify them out. So, but if you're the type of organization which can solve a lot of pains, that's where maybe you want to kind of go in a little bit more openly. So I think that's the way I'd approach it. I'm really interested to hear what you would say, Morgan, but I think it really just depends on your product or service and go from there.
Yeah, it really does. And there's so many situations, and also depends on what stage the company's in too, right? Like if you have a massive customer base, you're going to know what the pain points are and what the goals are. But if you're just trying to figure out your ICP fit, right, you may not know that. So without knowing both of those scenarios, my recommendation for you is to lead with the keywords might or potentially. So you could be like, hey, we've been talking to VPs enablement, and this might be your problem right now because this is something they mentioned to us. Or this potentially could be something that you're trying to accomplish, right? So you're not 100% assuming, right? You can't be like, I know this is your problem, because you don't, right? I haven't done discovery enough to figure that out. However, I can say this potentially could be your problem. I said this might be the goal you're looking to accomplish. Nobody can come after you for that, right? You could do that all day long. So the mights, the potentially, those things are going to be able to help you. And that's what I'd recommend in those scenarios.
And that becomes a question anyway, as soon as you say the might, right? Now you're asking, you're delivering the pain as a question.
Exactly.
So yeah, couldn't agree more.